Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is a movie that is very forgettable, and that's coming from a dad of girls who enjoy Disney movies. We've watched the movie probably 3 weeks ago, and it really has not come up in conversation. So I would say Disney do a better job of making movies that again are good. We know they have the capability. They've done it in the past. I hope and I trust that you all get your act together. Now, in terms of the controversies attached to the movie, what really stinks is I think the lead actress, Rachel Zegler, did a decent job with it. She sang well. She acted her parts well, and I know there's a bunch of memes, and I've posted them myself of funny faces she's made and stuff. But I think overall she did what she needed to do the film and do it well. What stinks for her is due to her political views, it alienated half of America. Say what you want, our country's divided, and half the things if you say something political, half the country will not like what you say. And depending on what you say, the other half may think you're a sellout or may not appreciate what you've said, or hey, you're the wrong person to say that. So I think Disney just needs to have not a zero tolerance policy, but just have their actors and actresses just go, hey, anything political, please just try to keep your mouth shut. We need to save this company. We need to produce good films. We need people and families to trust us to provide quality entertainment, because that's what we are, an entertainment company. I forgot the name of the dude I listened to, but he had mentioned that actors and actresses, you're puppets, you're talking heads. Do the talking. Be a puppet. Project what we need you to project. And although that's insensitive, and yes, you make a lot of money for doing something that you love, that's at the end of the day. You are disposable. And I really hope that Disney has learned from this lesson by making sure that their people are all following the same message. I also think another thing Disney needs to do is stop paying these actors and actresses big salaries to do their films. Can we not be honest? I never understood that unless it's something specific. And what I mean by that is any Disney film can be played by a Broadway actor and actress, especially the singing part. Now, obviously, if you need them to act, then yes, you get a full-fledged actor, you negotiate it. But don't get it twisted. A good actor needs to be put in the right script, and if you have something good, then you allow them to work. And I want people to work, but I also know that for the most part, me and my family are going to watch something that's entertaining to us or fits our demographic or something that follows our needs. And it really stinks that whenever a company pushes all this money to a product and it doesn't work out, so now smaller projects are in risk of not coming out because of the big project failing. I really do understand why Peter Dinklage, who's another big name actor, was not a big fan of the Seven Dwarfs story. He even said it. He hates the fact, and I get it. His story is admirable. I'm not a dwarf. I'll never play a dwarf. I'm not an elf. I'll never play an elf. And so, more power to him. I appreciate that, and I get it. Representation is important. So, I will never disperse a man for following his principles and his morals. But I do understand if you are a little person who's not Peter Dinklage and you felt as though that part was taken from you. And I'm sure Disney can make a phone call to Peter Dinklage and go, hey, yes, they're dwarves, but they're magical creatures who happen to be short. That's not the dwarves being little people. It's not what makes them different and haha we're laughing at them. No, that's a character. Same thing like a Hobbit. If Peter Jackson had hired actors and actresses that were little people and made them hobbits, I hope people wouldn't have been terribly upset about that, because that's kind of representative of what those characters are. And At the end of the day, it's a movie. I think we all understand that the people playing a part are actors and actresses. So, I and it goes back to representation in and of itself. I think representation is important. Snow White being a Latino woman, that that's fine. I mean, they did their best to make her name kind of fit to her story. If you want to find out, it's just the fact that she was born in a snowstorm, and it is what it is. They made it work. But I think representation also needs to be done properly. And what I mean by that is, I look at the famous example of Miles Morales. Miles Morales is the Black Spider-Man, right? I think in Miles Morales is universally loved. Same with Jon Stewart, the Black Green Lantern. Those are characters that are specifically designed, specifically created to have representation. They didn't take Peter Parker and turn him black. They didn't take Hal Jordan and turn him black. They made specific characters. And I think that's what needs to be done. Tiana, the black Disney princess, was specifically designed to represent black girls. And my girls appreciate Tiana. They love her. Why can't this happen more often? And that's all I'm saying. I will never disperse a company for trying to do representation, but it needs to be done properly at the end of the day. Your characters need to be treated with respect, not just used as a template. You rearrange some things and you paste and go, hey, we're doing representation. You get a general population who feels, okay, I have to like this because you tried. And then you have another population who feels, you're taking my character and changing it. Create new characters. Make them good. Make them worth following. We will support what you do. At the end of the day, as people, as a father, I want my girls specifically to have something for them. And representation does matter, but I never want them to feel like, oh, I am just a black Barbie doll. I am a specific character who happens to be black, if that makes sense. I think that's what all people want. That's no different than someone who's Asian, who's Hispanic, Pacific Islander, so on and so forth. Everybody wants to feel as though I'm not just a colored version of this white character. I am an individual. And that, I think, is something way more important than just Snow White being represented by a Latina woman, because we want representation. Overall, I hate that the movie, although it's very bland, it's not really memorable. They did their best. It's no Wicked, because best believe Wicked was fantastic. I'll tell you right now, we still play Wicked songs in our car on our way to school, and we love it. But good luck to you, Disney. Hopefully you can clean things up. We're excited about Lilo and Stitch, I'll tell you that much. We are excited. It looks good. And I also like the fact that no controversy. Seems like everybody kind of just kept their mouth shut, kept working, kind of like what Kendrick Lamar says. People may not like it or not, but hey, you keep working.